Martinez.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from Cowboys Dance Hall here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas, this is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in the junior welterweight division. Presented by Golden Boy Promotions in association with Leja Bata Promotions and sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, Chairman Mike Arismendares. The Executive Director is Bill Coates. The 3 judges scoring this bout at ringside on the 10-point must system: Glenn Crocker, Joel Elizondo, and Ursulo Perez. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Mark Caloy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready and the fighters are ready. Fight fans here in San Antonio, Texas, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing teal trunks trimmed in the flag of Mexico con los colores green, white, and red. He weighed officially 139 1/2 pounds, and this 24-fight veteran brings an outstanding record that stands at 23 victories. Just 1 defeat, 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Big Bear, California, here is Luis Ramos Jr. And next, his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing purple, trimmed in gold and white, he weighed in 140 pounds even. His record stands at 15 victories, 2 defeats, and 12 big wins coming by way of knockout. The fighting pride of Albuquerque, New Mexico, here is the Atrisco King, Fidel Maldonado Jr. Once again, referee in charge, Mark Caloy.
Lewis, let's go. Yeah. All right, gentlemen. You've already received the rules in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Let's touch gloves. Let's go to work.
The referee is Mark Caloy. 2 fighters, destinies led them to this point. The matter of survival, as we said, and keeping your name within prominence as a future contender in the 140-pound division. This man right there, Maldonado's just 22. We should set the stage for Ramos, who's wearing the green and red and white of Mexico this night. The last time out was in Anaheim for Ramos, as they meet right in the center of the ring and don't waste any time establishing themselves inside rather quickly. They're pent up. They got a lot of aggression. They're ready to go. But Ramos lost a fight that he had won, except for he got cut in the 5th round against Ricardo Williams, and that really took some steam out of him because he was questioning his abilities, questioning his heart, and here he is. He's trading on the inside. I mentioned, Bernard, he was going to try to work himself on the inside, but they're not wasting any time.
They're not wasting any time, and this must be the battle of the southpaw night, because it's, again, another style, same style, and you know, both southpaws, and they're not wasting any time. They must have warmed up real good in the gym.
As you said,
and also in the dressing room.
It's like fighting. It's like fighting in a mirror, right? You see your style on the other side when you have 2 lefties in there. 2 minutes left in round number 1. Good, crisp left hand across. You see the smile on the face of Maldonado. That caught him a little bit. Ramos loves being on the inside. That's where his pocket is. He's going to work there if he can.
Well, that's when he's been successful in previous fights. I mean, he's going to work inside, and that's the best thing for him because he knows that he feels probably a little stronger, and that's his style, inside, fighting, gritty. He just got hit with a right hook just now.
Just did it.
And almost could have been a knockdown, you know, but he didn't move all the way down. He's walking in the punches now.
Both throwing punches. Ramos getting the worst end of it. Already a cut opening up over his left eye. Remember, he got cut bad against Ricardo. Cuts have been a problem twice in his career for him. And he's already got an issue right here in the 1st round. Letting themselves go right here. Maldonado digging upstairs with the uppercuts. Ramos trying to hold on right now.
And that's a deep cut. That's a real bad cut right underneath the eye, you know, on the eyelid or eyebrow, and it's coming down in the eye.
Maldonado working the uppercut right now, but a big issue with a long minute left in round number 1 for Ramos. Oh, no, not again, he says, and his corner says, because that is a deep cut. We'll have a look at it as this round moves onward, but Maldonado just looking to dig in and tee up. He likes to take a wide stance and sit down on his punches, and Ramos has been walking right into them.
And Ramos don't know no other style.
But look
so
at it, he came back.
He don't even know how to back up and maybe get a breather because he's cut and he's hurt, but he still continue to come forward because he doesn't know how to back up and can preserve some, time for himself.
But he did do some good work right there. He has landed some left hands. He will have to deal with the cut. It's not really pouring. He's having to wipe it away with his glove, as they always do. And he'll be told, oh, he's got staggered.
But he's not stable. He's not stable. And every punch he get hit with, he seems to have a funny feeling.
Final seconds of round number 1. Maldonado's landed the harder shots and has not been staggered. Ramos has landed some good punches as well. But this was Fidel Maldonado. Let's take a look at the eyes. We head over to the red corner. There's Abel Sanchez stepping in to having trouble getting into the corner to take a look at that eye.
Yeah, it was precious seconds that could have been used, but things happen like that. But he got hit with a good, that was a punch. It wasn't a hit, but it wasn't nothing like that or elbow. It was a good shot. And it's in a bad spot because it's coming down in the eye. It's not on top of the forehead. Yes, it's not on the side of the head. It's right there. And when you got that type of cut, it's not good because it's going to come in your eye every round.
Maldonado's had quick stoppages in 2013 while Ramos has been up in Big Bear training. In June, down in Tabasco, Mexico, he took out Abraham Osuna in the first round. He almost did that here. And then in February against Jorge Romero, it only went 3. So he's looking for quick work on this evening.
Now here's the punch that I believe that started the cut. Right there. Now you see the blood. The blood, it was that punch, that right hook from the southpaw stance was the one that opened that cut on the left side of the eyebrow.
Round number 2, scheduled for 10. Left hand over the top from Maldonado, who was hit but not wobbled. And Ramos has an issue with a cut in his eyebrow, pouring down into his eye that he'll have to contend with if he hopes to win this fight. A shove right there and a slip. I mentioned they wouldn't be dancing tonight.
You're absolutely right, because no one brought dancing shoes. They came here to force their will on each other, and it played out, and we in the second round, it feel like the 8th round.
Maldonado likes to work from distance. I haven't had a chance to even talk about it because he's been so fast, but if he gets out there and he can sit down on those punches and use that wide stance, he's going to use that reach advantage. Tonight's CompuBox stats are brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com. Draft fighters, track stats, and win. As now Ramos is moving, upstairs with a left hook. Ramos is not where he needs to be, up on the ropes, because, Maldonado, because Ramos likes that. He can tee off on the inside.
Yes, he would love to keep him on the ropes because, A, he would get back in the fights and he'd buy himself some time to gather himself. But that's his fight, inside, to continue to work inside and wear the guy down, his opponent down. And listen, whoever stays in the middle of the ring is going to have the advantage.
Nice uppercut on the inside from Ramos, digging to the body, upstairs, right hand to the jaw, and Maldonado needs to get off those ropes because he's doing what Ramos wants him to do, giving him a target. Now, Maldonado mentioned he gets a little bit overconfident, which may have cost him a couple of fights, because he's got a lot of talent, a lot of power.
I see good body work from both guys in close, though. They both throwing 1 or 2 shots to the body. They're not just headhunting. They're throwing 1 or 2 shots to the body, which is going to play a factor later in the fight.
Right hand from Ramos there. Left hand from Maldonado. At this pace, can anybody in here see this going a distance? If they have anything left, they'll just stagger out by then. Here we go, Ramos working.
I'd be very surprised if this go the distance because these guys are really, really trying to force their will and take control of this fight early.
A lot of blood on the chest of Maldonado coming from that left eye of Ramos. The cuts cost him a fight he had won against Ricardo Williams. It was not ruled a headbutt in that fight by Raul Caiz Jr. in California. And so a lot of people, he had dominated that fight. Here we go. Into the corner. Maldonado content to sit on the ropes a little bit. And taking a breather, both fighters here, as we close out another high-action round, number 2.
Now look at Ramos. He's coming in. He's throwing punches, working inside, but he's also getting hit with uppercuts also right there. But he's working at bodies, keeping his guy on the ropes, and that's what he needs to do to be successful, because that cut is not going to get any lighter. It's going to continue to keep bleeding as long as it get hit.
And once again, Maldonado on the ropes where everybody says he doesn't need to be. But, Bernard, we wonder, Ramos' sense of urgency. The cut didn't look that much worse after round 2, but it will get worse. And he may have a feeling, I've got to get this guy out of there before the cut stops the fight, because it's happened to him before.
Absolutely. I mean, he's not a boxer. You got to stay in close. You got to make it a rough and tough fight, and hopefully get one of those big bombs in there. Maybe give his guy a cut, or, you know, stop him, or maybe knock him down, and maybe get really into this fight. But it's going to take that. He can't box the guy. He can't stand out there and do it, because the blood's going to affect his eye.
Round number 3 scheduled for 10. Maldonado's in the purple trunks with the gold and white fringe, and the green, red, and white of Mexico is Luis Ramos Jr. 2 southpaws in there. 2 guys that only know one style. Let's get in there and mix it up, and that's why we head through round number 2. Ramos probably came back and won round number 2 after suffering a cut and getting overwhelmed a little bit in round number 1. But we're in round number 3. This is junior welterweight action from San Antonio. Completely different Ramos here, as he's on the outside trying to land the long jab. So you never know what you're going to get, Bernard.
Yeah, I mean, he realized he has to go ahead and settle things down and try to, you know, work his speed and work some of the boxing skills that he might have. And, you know, we're going to see. But I think if you continue to fight in close and continue to try to put the pressure on him, he'll have better results later.
Well, he didn't spend 2 months in altitude at Big Bear, California for nothing. A little bit of hugging and shoving right there, which you expect sometimes.
Hopefully it's not a... I mean, I didn't see him warn him the first time. I mean, he take a point on the first time.
Wow, I don't know where that came from. Already, the referee has a short fuse. I didn't see any warning whatsoever, and this is big. Ramos just had a point taken away.
And it was clean fighting up to now to even, you know, take a point or even... I even see one warning through the whole match right now. Well, I mean, we're in the 3rd round, so...
What was it for? Was it a low blow? Was it because he was wrestling? I don't know. It was just a hard clinch.
It was a hard clinch. It was a hard clinch here in this corner, and he felt that maybe it was something different. I don't know.
That is really a huge ruling from Mark Calloway, the referee. So Ramos has got to come back and try to win this round just to get it even. I'm telling you, we've seen a little bit of everything on this night. Final seconds of round number 3. And a horrific setback scoring-wise for Ramos Jr.
Now here we go with the clinch, and that's where the point got taken away. I mean, to me, that was, I mean, both guys are tangled. I didn't see any, you know, any type of foul or any type of, you know, repeated aggression to do
wasn't
this.
Flagrant.
No, they got tangled.
But nonetheless, it was not bad intentions or flagrant.
And I didn't see a warning leading up to that.
No, that's the main point.
That's the main point.
But it is what it is as we go to round number 4. And Ramos has to fight through all kinds of adversity now. A cut that hasn't seemingly gotten any worse, but it could at any moment. And having a point taken away in round number 3 for flagrant, I guess, tussling.
Yeah. I mean, you know, this referee's been around a long time. I've seen his face. He's not no one new to the game, so he might have seen something that we didn't see. I don't know, but not in that clip there.
Round number 4, a little more movement from Ramos Jr., who's in the green trunks, colors of Mexico, from Santa Ana, California. And they call, whoa, right hand on the inside, Clip Maldonado. Now,
this is the same type of clinch.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
He was kind of holding him up. I don't know.
Yeah, I was hoping he wouldn't take a point from either guy, but.
Ramos has worked his way into this fight after a very difficult first round. And he settled down, and he seems to be more in charge of what he wants to do. We're in round number 4, scheduled for 10. junior welterweight action from San Antonio.
Ramos is definitely active this round. He's throwing more combinations. He got energy. He's like he's live. You know, he's up. He's moving. Just do a good 1-2 punch. Right hand straight, left down the pipe. Tried it again. Then he went right back to the body.
Excellent body work. And then a left hand upstairs has clipped Maldonado. Maldonado's getting worked in this round. And he's been on the ropes too much for what he typically wants to do in a fight.
Both guys rabbit punching each other. The referee broke him and gave him a hard type of look. But I say watch it close, because the closer, the more this fights inside, the more tough and rough it's going to be.
Takes a lot of energy, doesn't it, Bernard? Working his shoulders and shoving off like they're doing right there.
Absolutely. He's pushing and shoving and hitting at the same time, holding.
Maldonado seems to have lost a gear a little bit. I mean, he's toned it down a notch, and he's looking a little bit less aggressive, and he's getting hit in the body, and that'll always chop you down.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they got 8-ounce gloves on, and it looked like he's, you know, has some, it looked like he left some petrol somewhere, and he's trying to find it.
A good round for Luis Ramos Jr. here. Round number 4 coming to a close. You're watching Golden Boy Boxing on Fox Sports 1.
You want to see Ramos throw a good right hand right there. A right hook. That was a right hook. And Southpaw throw those punches really often. Right there. That right hook was a good shot.
Well, they went to the smelling salts a little bit over there in Maldonado's corner. You saw him, Bernard was talking about it, had his hands up on the ropes, trying to breathe a little more deeply. He got caught by some body shots that I think some starch came out of his seams from those shots he took in round number 4. We're in round number 5. Ramos just got clipped coming in with a left hand, but he walked right through it.
Yeah, Ramos seemed to be able to say, look, you're going to hit me, but I'm going to get my shots in. And I think he noticed that he got his guy kind of slowing down now, you know.
Oh, downstairs, upstairs. Oh, and those body shots have taken an effect. I'm telling you, Maldonado slowed down really a lot in that 4th round, and he's looking over in his corner right now. He may be in trouble.
Maldonado, yeah, because he's, look, the tree is being chopped down, it seems. He's just working his body, bringing him down. And those body shots, look, they might not do nothing the first 2 rounds, but as long as the fight goes on, sure to take your legs from you. And it seems like he don't have any energy. It doesn't have no life to him.
That's where Ramos wants to go. Bernard's won some fights with body shots. He can tell you how they'll have an effect on you. As they start wearing on you, and the aching from down below makes you bend over.
Stop. No punch.
I think, yeah, Maldonado, I think he's just throwing his hands and letting his hands go, and he's picking the shots in there. And you look at his style, you know, if you look at the first 2 rounds, it wasn't like it is now. I mean, he's starting to pick his shots good. He's starting to let both hands go, and he's getting better results. And I think boxing a little bit here and there, bought him some time to really get himself together and then take another strategy way to go in and try to win this fight. But right now, I think he's, you know, the fight ain't even. I think he's winning at least a close fight here.
Maldonado just got clipped. You saw the smile over the mouthpiece. Maldonado has definitely got himself in a position where he's at least cautious, if not hurt. And Ramos is right on top of it as we go to the final 30 seconds of round number 5. I've seen a shift in Maldonado. Now, that's where he wants to be out there throwing punches, but he's not as accurate. He may be dazed just a little bit for what Ramos is doing here inside. You see Ramos, the veteran, move away from the referee, holding that right hand and clamping down on it. Ramos still charging forward here in San Antonio. We're going to round number 6. A lot of talk over the Maldonado corner from his dad, who's his trainer. try to get him re-energized, so to speak, because Ramos has really settled into this fight despite having to deal with that cut, which has not gotten any worse. Abel Sanchez doing a great job keeping this fighter digging to the body. I think that's been the difference. Those rib shots, Bernard, you can tell me as much as anybody. Maldonado really has lost a lot of steam. He's trying to fight back and clipped on the outside right there. But he's looking to do some 1-2 and stay on the outside. But Ramos still digging in the body.
Yes, it was some good exchanges now, but you know, Ramos, he's throwing the body, killer body, hit to fall, and that's what he's looked like he's trying to establish and do. I mean, this is a really competitive fight. Both guys are giving and taking. Look at this combinations from both guys.
Oh, Ramos is staggered. He got staggered. Now he's trying to hold on, and down it goes.
That's a knockdown.
That was a knockdown. I don't know if he's going to get himself right after that one. Up to 7, 8 on the count. He's got to stand up. Going to have to come forward. He's still on Queer Street a little bit, Bernard.
I don't think he make it this run. His legs is not there. His hands are down, and he's ready to get hit with a good shot.
Maldonado looking to close up.
He's hurt bad.
Ramos got hurt in his own game, which was on the inside. That was a bad elbow. It just took to the throat from Maldonado.
And where was the point then? I mean, that's the time he should have at least stopped the fight and warned him, but he didn't.
Ramos still in big trouble. You can see that he's wobbly. You can see the long stare in his eyes. It's up to Maldonado to try to find a way to close this thing out in round number 6.
I mean, the referee seems like he want to get a piece of the action. I think he's let these guys go ahead and fight their way out because they want to let their punches go.
Left hand. Big left hand for Maldonado, trying to stand. Another left hand. Ramos holding on. He's been in trouble for the last over a minute in round number 6. Maldonado being patient, getting tied up. 48 seconds left. Round number 6. Ramos got caught in his own game.
He got hurt again.
He's hurt again.
He got hurt again. He got hurt again. He got hit with a right hand. He's hurt. I don't think.
They're gonna. The referee taking a look.
2 more punches. This fight could be over.
30 seconds left. Long way left. Round number 6. Ramos on instinct now. Barely able to stand, and he's gonna go down. He's gonna go down as they start to count. Second time he's been down in round number 6. 14 seconds left. Will he make it through? He's still fighting through it.
What a warrior.
Amazing.
He got up, he didn't quit. He still got up to fight to try to win.
How he's still there, I don't know. As he wobbles his way back to his corner. And hoping to survive to round number 7.
I mean, what a warrior. What a warrior.
Oh, my goodness. For 2 minutes of that round, he was halfway out.
I mean, this is like Mickey Ward and Torrigatti all over again.
That's a great comparison.
Remember those battles,
right?
right?
Yes, absolutely. You never knew who was going to be staggered and who wasn't. This has been a great matchup. But Ramos got caught at his own game. Will he clear up in time for round number 7?
You know, and Abel Sanchez, you know, is a very respected trainer.
Let's see what happened here.
That combination right there. Looked like a left uppercut, left hook. That started it right here.
It was 3 or 4 punches. It was coming to the last one. The right hand right there was what really did it. It was just inside fighting. It was it wasn't one big shot till the very end. And here's the second one.
I believe Gabe would stop this fight. If this fight looks in this round, I believe Gabe would stop this fight. The referee's looking.
Yeah, taking a knee, and Marcelo is going to call it off. He never fully recovered. And getting the knockout in round number 7, just seconds in, is Fidel Maldonado Jr. It was a great matchup. Fidel Maldonado had the quicker hand speed on the inside, used combinations, worked his way through the body shots he took, and it was his hand speed and his accuracy that put the warrior Ramos down. We're going to have the official decision when we come back. But what a great matchup tonight in the junior welterweight division. Tonight's CompuBox stats are brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com. Draft fighters, track stats, and win. And as a partner in Golden Boy Promotions, Ron Hopkins, you got to be proud of what these Monday night fights are doing for these fighters, the exposure, not to mention they're coming through on their end well. Tremendous matchup tonight, and way to go for Fidel Maldonado, as he closed this one out.
I mean, look at Fernando. I mean, this is the rising star right now. Look at these punches, combinations. He never stopped throwing punches. Once he realized he had his guy hurt, he just continued to kept throwing punches. And this is what you get. This is the result.
He got in trouble for a couple of rounds with body shots, but it was combinations. As a fighter who likes to knows the combinations get it done, that's textbook work.
Exactly. He lets his hands go. Even though some shots went over the head, some shots didn't hit, but some did. And that's all you need when a guy's hurt like that. You continue to throw punches and let the referee help him out of the fight.
Fidel Maldonado Jr. from Albuquerque gets it done for the official announcement. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially. 17 seconds, round number 7. Referee Mark Calloy steps in, calls a halt to the contest for your winner by TKO victory, the Atrisco Kid, Fidel Maldonado Jr.
Well, he finished off in grand style, but that 7th round, he didn't let Ramos back in the fight.
He just let his hands.
What a great night of action. Thanks for being with us. I'm Alan Massengale from Bernard Hopkins from San Antonio. Fox Sports Live begins right now.